Okay, quick load. So in terms of how to add a new code module to a UE4 C++ project. So what we did here is we have created a C++ project, and the name of the project is called CPPCompile, and the source codes all located in source folder. Now the important thing here is that those two files, from what I think, has nothing to do with the first folder. Okay, those two files are the compilation targets for the project itself. So those two files are those one and those one. And inside those files, you can specify which modules to compile, to include when you are compiling for either the game or the editor. And incidentally, since we are calling this game CPPCompile, we also have a module named CPPCompile. But my point here is that even if this is some so-called main game module, okay, here's the point. There's no such a thing as a main game module. So my point here is that I can change this to something else. I can say my first module. I'm not going to do that, but my point is that if I change this module to my first module, then at least visually speaking, you will not be able to distinguish between this first module and this second module. Okay, and however, both of them are modules that will be compiled. So in a sense, there's no such a thing as a so-called game module or library module, as long as they are all compiled as modules. And how are they going to get compiled? That is specified by the, oops, I don't want to change the name. Okay, that is specified by the compilation targets for the project. Okay, and this name is for the project only. Okay, now when I create this project, by default we have this CPPCompile, and it has only 3 files, and I created some public header files and some private implementation and private classes. Now here's the important thing. Whenever we create something public, it automatically gets recognized in the editor. So when I run the editor, I will be able to create a derived blueprint class from the my public actor. And everything I have written, so I can do a my public actor, right? And everything that is written inside the private folder, okay, apparently the tool chain has some way of recognizing it. Everything that is inside this folder is not usable by other modules, okay, by other modules, including this library module and including the editor module. That's why you cannot see it inside the here. Now here's a way to create a completely new module. What I did is in Factory create a new folder, and what I do is I just copy those 3 files and put it here. And I might want to have a better naming convention, new module, okay? And what you do is you change the name of those files, and you open those 3 files, and you can change the necessary apparent places, okay, for those files, and you are good to go. You have now a 3rd module. Now in order to get this module recognized, which I'm not going to do here for this short video, you just need to do a regenerate Visual Studio project file, and the next time you open this solution file, you will have, as I did for this MyOtherModule here, you will have this MyOtherModule recognized, and visually speaking, those two are exactly the same. Okay, so that is how easy it is. So what I have done here inside the header file, I created an inline function called MyOtherModule edit, and I didn't do any of the other fancy stuff like MyOtherModule API. I didn't even do this. Okay, so like I think for classes or MyOtherModule API, for classes or some other purposes, you need to add this macro in order to expose a function for it to be used by other modules, but I didn't even do that. However, all I did is inside the implementation for my public actor, I added a reference, and this reference is recognized automatically. So I don't even need to, have a include pass anywhere else. I just type it MyOtherModule, and it's already been recognized inside Rider, and you have it, and you can call this function directly, and it will be able to be invoked inside this module, okay, without any actual work. And that is what I have done in order to create a new module. Good.